stopped in this small village for a light bite of lunch before heading up to those fantastic beautiful hills up there ahead, and then we're off again. Even with this nice camera on the end of the drone, it still doesn't give you a real true picture of what this fantastic scenery looks like. He is public.
Siamo arrivati o no? O il quello là?
I bumped into this guy here and I thought, this is going to be interesting. Didn't want to talk too much because he looked like he wanted to really concentrate on what he was going to do. And without asking him what he was going to do, I sort of worked it out. Because not many people take a parachute up to the top of a mountain. Anyway, so I followed him after he finished packing his parachute and bumped into this guy. He's a New Zealand lad, and I haven't met a lot of New Zealand lads, but the ones I have met, some of them are pretty bonkers, and this guy looks pretty bonkers. So yeah, he's putting his like Batman suit on, and they're all going to get together and go and do something really daft. I thought, well, I'll watch this then. So I was actually laid on the floor filming, so you have to excuse the angle of the camera, but I was laid on the floor. I didn't want to sit up, I was that close to the edge. I'm not as brave as these guys. Brave? Daft? Stupid? Weird. Anyway, so they got the bat suits on and the cameras on, and put the helmets on, because you know, if you're going to dive off a cliff, you just never know if you need your helmet on. Yeah. So anyway, so we'll this guy, the Kiwi guy, I'm not quite sure what he said, but I think he said there's a bit of an updraft, but it should be okay. And he's using words like should be okay, and yeah, he told the guy in the white, just as he shook his hand, he said just go for it and see what happens. And I thought, well, quite brief instructions them like, but there you go. Now, I don't know about you, but that must look absolutely frightening. And he just took a couple of deep breaths and yeah, he sort of went for it. You want any more? Now I've got a choice here, filming and going off the edge, or going off the edge myself. So I shuffled a little bit closer. Now I tried to zoom in, but I'm trying to hold the camera, make sure I don't fall off, and try and get me in the picture. If you look at the wooded area, you can just see a slight white dot moving. There, you can just see that white dot, that's him. So we assume we made it alright, because later on I think I seen his chute open. See you later.
See you later!
That must be both exhilarating and frightening at the same time. Again, you're gonna have to. You can just see a red and green dot going over the trees. It took us over an hour to drive down there the next day because we went on those twisty windy roads on the way down. But again, you can just see the little dots, and then the chutes opened. So yeah, that was my highlight of the day, watching these two lunatics, two lads base jumping. So it was good. So we took the opportunity to have a nice little walk around behind the fence and look at the views from up high. And then, really speaking, we took the easy way down. It was a more expensive way down because they only paid one way, but we paid both ways. And to be honest, it might have been not as exciting, not as exhilarating, but wow, it was a lot safer. Anyway, we were up early the next morning. Charlie and I went for a walk out to watch the sun come up over the mountains. These pictures haven't had any colour adjustment. They are what they are. This is what it looked like. The colours were fantastic. I just wish I had a better camera. These were just taken with a standard iPhone. So the very next morning we had to get ready and go. Sad to leave the Dolomites really, because they're beautiful, but unfortunately there was no facilities really for the motorhome. And we needed water for the shower and all that sort of thing, so it was time to go. So we headed off towards Lake Como, which was going to be a big long drive, and didn't really want that sort of long drive ahead, so we planned to stay at a place called Lividno. So once again, back over the mountains, which was a fantastic drive. So we had a walk into Lividno, found a bar, and there's lots of bars, plenty of places to eat, plenty of places to drink. We also found some locals that wanted to share our crisps with our pint, and then it was off to the shops. We needed to get some provisions. Found this nice little corner shop, and stocked up on fruit, veg, etc., because it was nice and hot. One of the things I did notice in these small corner shops is they have a nice selection of fruit and veg, but they have a fantastic selection of wines. So yeah, we stocked up on a couple of bottles of red as well. The wine is very, very cheap, and yeah, they seem to have a lot more wine than they did fruit and veg. But, you know, there you go. We're off again. We've had a couple of days off driving. We've been to a place called Livigno, and Livigno is looking at the sites, very, very popular with skiers, obviously not this time of year. But yeah, there's ski lifts and ski lodges everywhere. So, and what a beautiful place. Not just the scenery, but architecture. Very, very clean place. The campsite was lovely. Wasn't that expensive, really, was it? Considering 23 euros a night, according to the accountant. Oh wow, is that an E-type? It is. Who's going through the Swiss Alps with an E-type? It's a lovely sort. So we stayed there a couple of days just to have a bit of a rest. We've topped up with water and all the waste and stuff.
The water cap?
Oh yeah, I've left the water cap off. We've lost the waste tap. We don't know where that went. It's somewhere in Italy or Austria. And then I took the water cap off this morning to fill up the water and do everything else, and fill up the water for the windscreen washer, and I forgot to put the fresh water cap back on. So yeah.
So now we've got water flying out.
There we've got water coming on. So I've just had to put a bung in it. So yeah, we've got some bits and pieces. We've got some maintenance to do when I get back home. So anyway, so we set off from Livigno. Livigno's a bit of a strange place. I suppose somebody might be able to tell me why, but it's duty free. I think it's a bit like Andorra in Spain. And because it's duty free, either the shop is a alcohol shop or it's a petrol station. We've been paying anywhere between 195 205 euros for a litre of diesel, apart from the autobahns in Germany where they want to charge you 238. And we went to Livigno and it was 151. 154 a litre, which was really good but really bad because it only filled up a little bit before we got there. So anyway, I've squeezed as much as we possibly could in, and we've saved about 11 quid on a quarter of a tank. So some saving that, because that's been one of our biggest expenses so far, is the diesel. Anyway, so we set off from there. The weather is beautiful again. It's always nice when we're driving. Tend to go a little bit pear-shaped when we stop. And we've just crossed the Swiss border, so we're in the Swiss Alps now. And we're going to just jump into there and then jump back out again, because we're going back into Italy very shortly. And we're heading to, hopefully we're going to be heading towards somewhere near Lake Como. So we're going to stop for lunch today, and yeah, have a nice drive today.
When we get there.
I'll show you when we get there, yeah. Anyway, I'll have to go, because the roads are starting to get a bit tricky again, because the Alps are not known for its long flat plains. It's see the hairpins with that, just motorcyclists want to pass you at a ridiculous rate of knots. Lucky sods. Right, we'll catch you later. Bye now. So this is the site we stayed at last night at Como. I'm going to get the drone up in a minute just to show you what it's like. It's a lovely little park up. I think you're only allowed here 24 hours. So yeah, we've That's all we wanted to do actually, just somewhere and sleep. Get some electric. You can get water, you can ditch the toilet, do all that sort of thing. Not quite sure how much it is, I'll ask Alison, I'll put it on the screen later on. But they're quite cheap, they're handy for just an overnight park up, because we don't want to go up a site and pay €25, get there sort of like tea time-ish, and then leave first thing in the morning, because you know you're not getting any benefit really. So that's where we stayed. We had a little walk down into Como yesterday. It was nice. Had a beer. Beautiful place. It's one of those places you could always come back and have a holiday here. So this is something we've been meaning to do for ages. One of the things that we did when we were at home, we just spin this round, is we put the flags on the van of where we've been. So we've got Scotland, we've got Wales, obviously England, and the next place we went to is
France.
France. So we've got the French flag on. No, it won't fit there. I bet this doesn't go on, it's not going straight. We'll go carry on.
I'm following the bottom of the line of there. So
Yeah, I know. Okay, that'll be straight as the other one was. Right then, and then the next place we went to was Austria. No, Germany. Went to Germany next, didn't we? Yeah. So stick the German flag on. Yeah, and then the next place we went to was Austria. Austrian flag. Another wonky place. And then we went to Italy. Italy. A lot of flags, isn't there? You don't remember them flying outside?
Yeah, but I need to check. I don't want to do what old Kim did, put the flag up the wrong way around.
No, don't leave that bit in. Where would you be without the Google? Yeah.
Oh, found it.
Oh yeah, it's good there. We drove past thousands of them.
Shut up, man.
I know.
There or there?
Underneath, yeah, because otherwise I think it'll go too near that corner. It'll bend. Italy. And I think that's it, innit?
Switzerland.
Oh yeah, we went to Switzerland, yeah. And then we were back to France again, aren't we? I think it's red with a white cross. I think it's red with a white... Shut up, man. We got a photograph taken underneath one yesterday. It's like red with a white cross.
Well, I'm looking for it, aren't I?
I'm just saying. Big thick white cross.
That one?
Like that one. In fact, it's very, very much like that one. Yeah. Another wonky country. So that's it. And then we're back to France again, aren't we?
Yeah.
That's where we're going today, hopefully. Time's it now?
12.
11:45. Right. Go for it.
€10.
€10.50 for the night. Hit the card. There's a little hot dog. Hey? She's a little hot dog.
I think he's a big hot dog.
Okay. There's a big hot dog. Say that again.
You won't be able to move until he moves.
Right, okay. I'll pull forward up to the barrier. That might give me a hint that somebody wants to be out and he's blocking the exit. The doors you get. I jumped into British mode there, didn't I? Yeah. Well, get your foot out of the way. Your wife's telling you to move the van because I can't get out, you daft sausage. It's amazing how some people get it out, isn't it? Suddenly this place has become the busiest place in the world.
Now?
Yeah, hit the barrier, Al. Right then. Let's pull over here. Sat nav. Right. Sat nav done. Can you put the camera on? You're the navigator person. You have to do all the button pressing. I do the easy bit like drive. Right.
There you go.
So we've just pulled over at the service station. We've been driving for a few hours. Allison's going to get in and get some cold water because she's thirsty. Get me some more coffee, keep me awake, and get me a nice chocolate muffin. Something just to have a little nibble on. And then we'll be back off again. We're trying to make as many miles as we can today because we want to get into Chamonix as early as possible. It feels a bit weird because getting from where we were to Chamonix, there's no straight line across, so we've got to go south in Italy and then north up into France. So there's a fair few miles to travel today. Yeah, so heading towards Torino and then we'll hook up towards France. The only other way to go is through all the B roads and back into the Alps, and I think Allison's had enough of the Alps. Don't think her nerves will tick anymore. Those hairpin bends are killing her. Yeah, so catch up with you soon. Bye now.